My partner said we catching flights, we ain't catching feelings. It's your boy Bo Rakes. Shout out to Paradise Life. Gang gang. I'm out here living it, man. Paradise Life in the flesh.
What's good, friends and family? Mr. Flip Flop here with another Sosua story. We're going to call them Sosua Stories now. You know, guys, got tons of stories. Been in this country for almost 20 years. Been in this town for almost 20 years. So lots of stories. I had to spread them out, you know, but I got another one for you. This one is called the Clary Experiment. Now, first, there will be another character, Thug Passion, who has her own two-part video. But she's in this video as well. She's actually in a couple of videos, but I left her out. But I'm bringing her back now. So Thug Passion will be in this story, and she will have her own story later on after this video. So this is the Clari Experiment. Get ready for a dope story. Hopefully I won't carry it on too long, but it is a true story. And first, I'm going to need you to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and let's get started with the story.
What's good, y'all? Good morning. This rainy morning in Sosua. I want to welcome y'all to the world famous chicken shack.
So as you guys know, I'm Mr. Flip Flop, CEO of Paradise Life. You already know. Now, to the Clari Experiment. Now, first off, I always do timelines based on WhatsApp and if it existed or it didn't. So at this particular story, I believe WhatsApp was in its first year or it was the year before WhatsApp existed. I do know it was a July 4th or a Labor Day weekend. It was from an old board, ISOC. If you know, you know. And there must have been about 30-something guys down there in Sosua hanging out. And I happened to be one of them. At the time, I was living there off and on, but not full-time like I am now. So we're down there kicking it. Great weekend. Like I said, it was either 4th of July or Labor Day weekend. A lot of guys, lots of fellowship. Every day is breakfast, cigars. That's when I got into my cigar phase. Shout out my man Tony, put me on the cigars. I jumped head first. I went from mild to heavy real quick. So I was breakfast, cigars, rum all day long, bar hopping, beach, you know, just fellowship. So on this particular day I'm about to talk about, a couple of guys had left. I could say it might have been a Monday, might have been a Tuesday. The weekend was pretty much over, but still many guys were there, but I want to say 5 or 6 guys left. So we're still meeting up, same thing, breakfast, cigars, bar hopping. This particular day we went to the beach. So now on this day, from early in the morning on, a particular character named Thug Passion was following me all day, which was normal for her. But this particular day, she was drinking Hennessy to the head. And my man even noticed, like, she's following us everywhere we go. I didn't really notice it. But then later I peeped that her and her sister were every single spot we went to. It definitely wasn't a coincidence. Anyway, towards the midday, I'd say towards the afternoon more, we leave the beach. Same thing, smoking, drinking, eating. And we head to Roomba. This is the old Roomba, the smaller Roomba. Now, as I get to Roomba, I'm actually talking to my soon-to-be ex-fiance. We're still in the talking phase. We're kicking it, messing around, but not really serious. And she would never come to Roomba. She always wanted me to go across the street to Flo. But I'm like, hey, come over. I'm with the fellas. Come on over. But I told you a lot of girls back then would not want to be seen in Roomba. The old Roomba. It had a stigma about it, right? So she kind of like, all right, I'll come over. I finally talking her coming over. And like I said, that whole weekend is crazy because we're just drinking, having a great time. Well, I guess she decided to come over. And Thug Passion saw her first because it's a mix going on. There's guys, girls everywhere. Just a lot going on. So I really couldn't see what was going on at the end of the parking lot. And allegedly Thug Passion threatened her and she took off. So I don't know what's going on. My boy tells me, hey, I don't know what happened, but that chick just went over there and barked on your girl and your girl took off. So I'm calling her, hey, what's going on? And my soon-to-be ex-fiance, let's call her Sue. Sue goes, hey, I didn't know you had a girlfriend. I don't want no problems. I'm out of here. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So mind is blown. Kind of find out Thug Passion went over there and threatened her. I stepped to Thug Passion. Like I said, she's a whole nother story. And she's just smiling. She said, you mind. It is what it is. I get security, get up out. I said, you got to go. You causing too much drama. I can't deal with that. Now, in the mix of all of this, I look to my right and see this gorgeous girl. And I'm just like, damn, who's that? So my man tapped me like, yeah, she's kind of cute. She's been staring at you. I'm like, oh, da-da-da. So I talked to her, have one of my homegirls talk to her as well. And she's just not up for any type of extra action I'm up for at the moment. And there's a lot of liquor involved. So, I'm pushing boundaries. I'm doing all types of crap. I'm talking all craziness. Well, I say, hey, give me a number. I'll talk to you later. Go back with the fellas. We drinking, shots, all that. Try to talk to my girl at the time. Try to talk to Sue. But Sue wasn't trying to hit nothing. She was like, nah, I'm done with you. We'll talk another time. So long story short, I jet to the crib to go change and come back to Rumba. Head back to Rumba. It might be about 7 or 8. Meet up with the fellas again, drinking, smoking. And I see the girl again. And I go, hey, come on over. Let's talk. We chat up a bit. And she's really nice. Really, her demeanor's real nice. So everything about it was nice. Her name was Clary. So we link up. And I'm like, hey, you're not doing nothing. Let's go hang out. So now I stayed at Trade Winds back then to overlook my crib overlooked the pool. I had a condo. And this particular day, they went to repaint my condo. And no problem. I was going to be out all day. So they said they're going to paint, let it dry, and then just come late. I said, bet, don't worry about it. So, boom, I go back in the crib with Clary. And not thinking nothing. Locked my door. I had 2 doors, locked them. No big deal. Me and Clary overlooking the pool, talking. In a moment, we start kissing. Right now, my back is to the door. Her back is to the pool. At this very moment, her eyes light up. Now, she's short. So her eyes I could tell she kind of bit my lip and her eyes light up. And I go, what the hell? And behind me, I hear, who the hell are you? This is my boyfriend. I turn around. It's Thug Passion. I told you she has her own parts, but she is in this story as well. So Thug Passion kind of tries to move me out the way. Now I'm big now, but this is bigger me, stronger me. And she moves me out the way. And I have to grab her and pull her out the room. Now Clary's shook. Thug Passion has that name for a reason. So I get Thug Passion out the apartment. Kind of find out the painters left the windows unlocked. I didn't know that. I saw the windows closed. I assumed they were locked. She came through the window and decided to claim me. Well, Clary stayed, but she was shook. I said, cool, we ain't doing that. We just kind of trying to talk her down. She was more like, she was scared to go outside. All right. So next day she leaves. I'm like, don't worry about it. It's cool. I see you. Holler at me later. Later on that evening, back at Rumba again. And I see her. And she's like, hey, what's up? She's like, hey, I like you, but I'm not going back to that crib. We can go anywhere you want, but not to that crib. And I had already spoke to the owner about moving me to another spot because I was kind of pissed off that, that happened. So I was already in the process. Matter of fact, I had just finished moving. That's when I went to her. I just finished moving. Now, as this goes forward, I need you to pay attention. I'm going to rewind a little bit. I told you guys, it was a lot of us. It was maybe 20-something to 30-something guys that we were all together almost every day. And a few of us had left on that Monday or Tuesday, whatever day it was. So now I see this girl. Let's pause it there for a minute. Make sure you liked, because the story's about to get juicy. Okay, so me and Clary hanging out. Of course, we do what we do, what adults do, having a great time. We end up kicking it for like 2 days. Meantime, in between time, she's like, hey, do you mind if I get my clothes and come to your crib? Because I've been with you all the time anyway. I'm like, bet, get your clothes, come to the crib. Is what it is. And I'm staying for I'm staying for like 3 weeks at the time. Like I said, I was kind of on a staycation there, but wasn't living here. So she brings her clothes. She's with me. I think it was on our Facebook group, I want to say. Because like I said, I think it was pre-WhatsApp. Not 100% sure. Because it's like the in-between time of WhatsApp. So I post on the group, because I'm with her every day now. We're together for like 3-4 days. And I post in the group, man, I got me a nice one, man. She bad, she cool, like da-da-da. So out of nowhere, one of my boys sends me this weird message, yo, everything good? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm having a great time. Everything's good. On to the side, as the time goes on, now I think I'm on the 5th day with her. My boy E hits me and goes, are we okay? And I'm like, yeah, we all right. What's wrong, baby? Everything good? He's like, bro, that's the girl I was with the whole weekend. And I go, what? He said, you introduced me to her. He said, you were talking to her and brought her to the table to me. I'm going to say it again. It was a crazy weekend. All we did was eat breakfast, smoke cigars, and drink. I did not remember this girl from Adam. I thought I just met her. And like that's why I said it's pre-WhatsApp, because when you pull somebody's number up, it'll pop up in your WhatsApp. Obviously it didn't, because I didn't have WhatsApp. I'm pissed now. She's actually in the salon at the time I'm taking this phone call. And me and my man E are really tight still to this day. So a couple of the dudes were looking at me funny. Now, if you know me, some of you guys said, well, that issue don't matter. It matters to me. I'm a very loyal dude, and I don't care if she's the bottom of the bottom barrel hoe. But if you with her, I don't want her. I can go get me another one. That's just me. That's how I am. So if consciously I knew E was with her, I would have never touched her. And as E told me, I introduced them. Didn't remember it. To this day, still don't remember it. I know it happened because she told me it did later on, but we'll get to that. So now I'm steaming, because now I got a crew. We were all kind of tight. It was like a crew of like 5 or 6 of us that were super tight. All super world travelers. Oh my guys, we were super tight. And they kind of looking at me funny, thinking I purposely did this. That's how I felt, at least. They might have not thought that, but when I explained myself, they were like, cool, but I still felt, they felt the way. And I ain't got to explain myself. It was more like, I don't get down like that. I don't want nobody looking at me crazy like that. I don't want your girl. I want another one. So I hit her up. She's coming back from the salon, and I bark on her. I go, so you was with my man E? Like I said, normally it wouldn't matter to me, but this is my man. I feel the way that I'm even dealing with her now that I know. Even though we had a great time, I was pissed off. I told her, yo, get your things and leave. It's all about the backward shit. Like, you should have, you could have told me, hey, don't you remember me? I was over there. I would have looked at things differently. But the fact that she knew, and she confessed later on, she knew I didn't remember her. She played into that. We'll get to that in a second. So I kick her out. I tell her, yo, kick rocks. I don't want to talk to you. You almost got me and my good friend like beefing. Not really beefing, but beefing because he thinking I'm doing some shady shit towards him, and I'm not, obviously. And he's probably watching when the video comes out, so he'll chime in. Well, she goes packing. As I do, I go to the club. I'm in a casino. Matter of fact, after one casino by myself, like I usually am. Go up in there. I got me a little bottle, having a few drinks, saying what up to everybody. This girl taps me, and she goes, turn around. I go, what? I turn around and look down. Clary's on her knees, saying, please forgive me. Excuse me, please. I love you. Please talk to me. I said, yo, get up out of here. I said, get. So I didn't want to call security on her because they were about to come. I was like, man, get up off your knees. Like, you looking crazy. We in the club. You looking real crazy out here. She's like, please, I need to talk to you. Please, let me talk to you. I'm sorry. So after a couple seconds, I'm more like, all right. Because like I said, I did like her, but the situation called for me to part ways with her. We go outside. She's crying. I'm just like, listen, you kind of embarrassing yourself right now. I ain't really trying to deal with you. I'm chilling. So she's just like, hey, talk to me for a minute. Let's go to the crib. Talk to me. Once you hear what I got to say, you could not deal with me. I'm cool with that. I was like, all right, that's gonna get you to leave, right? That's gonna get you to leave. I listened to you. She like, yeah, just listen to me. Well, here is where the story takes a right, then a left. And it's one of these things where I always tell people the heart wants what the heart wants. But things can get a little fishy and crazy when you're dealing with your peoples compared to when you're dealing with someone you care about. In that short period of time, I did grow to like her a lot. Finding out that she kind of, I guess you say, betrayed me a little bit by not being honest with me, kind of made me feel a certain way. Now, this story is going to go a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I think I need to tell you guys what we talked about when we got to the crib. So we walk in the crib. The whole time walking to the crib, she's crying. I'm trying to just tell her, hey, stop crying, because everybody's looking at us crazy thinking I did something to her. Well, we get in the crib and she's honest with me. Now, mind you, I'm everywhere with this girl. I'm all over the place. She's like, well, I talked to you first. You pushed me to your friend. I was with your friend. Yes, I was. But my intention was to kick it with you. I liked you. I said, but you was with my friend for like days and you ain't even say nothing. Like, that's weird to me. She's like, I liked you and I was together every day, so I got to see you. I'm like, yeah, but I don't grasp that concept. But like I said, it's not for me to understand a woman. So she was like, well, yeah, once I realized you didn't remember me, I was cool. Like, I'm like, well, maybe he don't even remember. And it didn't come up, so I didn't say nothing. And it wouldn't come up because I wouldn't think to ask you, hey, you was with my boys? Like, I wouldn't even think to ask that. So I sat there for a minute. I listened to her. And she, like I said, she broke it down. And I was more like, you almost got me and my friend into a situation based on him thinking I did some shady shit to him. And I would never do that. But as I said, I did like her, so I kind of was stuck in the middle. Hit my peoples up. I said, man, now that I know what it is, my bad. Obviously, I didn't know, but I like her, so I'm gonna rock with her. But I do feel a way. It kind of made me feel jaded a little bit towards her. I don't think I would have treated her the greatest after that situation because of what I knew. But I still rocked with her. Boom, she leaves. I think she goes back home. She lives in Las Martes de Farfán. She goes back home. Now, in this time, I told you that Thug Passion had, that same day I met her, Clary, or the same day I thought I met her, Thug Passion had ran away Sue, who ended up being my ex-fiance. In that time that Clary was away, I think Clary went back home for like a month, and we had already planned for her to come back in like a month. Because I was actually leaving. I was leaving to New York, and I was coming back in a month. But in that time, me and Sue got really, really close. To the point that instead of coming back in a month, I came back a week later and spent the whole week with Sue. She forgave me for the Thug Passion situation. I told her it wasn't what she thought it was. And me and Sue got super tight to the point, like I said, I flew back a week later. And that entire week, me and Sue were together every single day. She worked, she came with me, or she went to school and she was with me. Like together, we was together all the time. So we got really, really tight. And as I said, I was kind of jaded by the Clary situation. I personally didn't forget about Clary. I was just more like into Sue. And then the situation that happened with Clary pushed me more towards Sue. And so me and her were just on that. Now, I would make a part 2 about this, but I'm going to just run through the stories. It might be a little long, but stay with me because it gets crazier and crazier. I leave again, come back. Once again, I'm seeing Sue as normal all the time. And I forget that Clary's coming back in the month. I forgot all about her. Me and Clary spoke, but it was more like I forgot that she had set the date to come back to see me. Well, she's on the way back. And here goes some more drama for you.
Welcome to Flip.
Now, as I told you, Clary's on the way. I'm already back in Sosua. I'm rocking with Sue hard. I didn't really forget. I just forgot when she was coming. And Clary hits me when she's already to the bus. Hey, I'm on the way. I'll see you soon. I miss you. Da da da. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. So I kind of slided in there, and I go, hey, I got some things going on. I'm gonna need you to stay with my boy Flacco. Now, my boy Flacco's a Dominican dude, deported, good friend of mine. I know his family. So Flacco lives in Congrejo, which is far enough from Sosua that I can keep them apart. Because I'm rocking with Sue, but I still want to see Clary. I'm not going to lie. So one night, my man Bart, he's in town. He's staying in the same condos I am. So got Sue. She's looking all great. Bart got his girl. They looking all good. We go to Merengue. Club 59, Classical atop, Merengue bar bottom. Plan is to go out, have a good time with the girls, go to the club, and then go back home. Well, I tell Flacco, hey, Flacco, Clary's going to be at your crib. Clary's kind of upset about this, but I'm like, yeah, you got to stay at the crib over here. I got some things going on. And if you guys know me, I don't really explain myself too much. That's why when people have a side to the story, I don't care to explain my side because I don't care to explain myself. Only when I feel like explaining myself. So I'm just like, hey, I got something going on. Stay at Flacco crib. I'll see you in the morning. I specifically tell Flacco, lock your door. Because if you lock your door, she can't get out. He's like, nah, I got you. I got you. Woo. Well, we out. We in Merengue. I got my baby right next to me, Sue. I get a tap on the shoulder. Now, mind you, we in the cut in Merengue bar. like, Clary had to be looking for me because we in the cut. She goes, can I talk to you? What's going on here? And I go, damn it. Now, if you know me, I don't fold under pressure. I'm very good at pressure. And everybody will tell you, this motherfucker good. Like, I'm good at pressure. I don't start stumbling my words, bumbling. I don't start farting, holding my stomach. Nah, I'm good at this. So Sue's next to me. She goes, who the fuck is this? I'm like, give me a second, baby. Come on, let's go talk outside. Get outside. I tell her, I told you, stay in the crib. I see you in the morning. She goes, I came here to see you. You with her. I'm like, listen, I told you I got things going on. I'm going to need to see you in the morning. Leave it at that. We done talking. She's like, for real? You got this pretty girl with you and you going to just leave me up? I said, nah, ain't even none of that. I need you to go to the crib. I'm going to see you later. I ain't got time to talk no more. That's exactly how I did it. And that's how I do things. She hops a moto. She leaves. I bark on Flacco. I'm like, Flacco, did you really let her out? Flacco goes, G, I went to get a bag of weed, bro. Shout out to all you weed heads. I went to get a bag of weed, bro. And she just ran out the door. So that's that. Now, go back. Sue's kind of mad. She's like, I'm like, nah, some chick I was dealing with. It ain't nothing. I handle that. So Sue's like looking at me. She's like, man, you got too many girls. This, the thug passion situation. Now this, I'm like, don't even worry about it. The four of us go out, have a great time. Me, Sue, my man Bart, his girl. Have a great time. Go to the club, pop bottles. We just having fun. Now, me and Bart staying at the same condo. So we both drive up, park next to each other. As we get out the cars, Clary pops out from behind the bushes. As I said, I don't fold under pressure. I'm good at that shit. I go, yo, what you doing? Why you behind the bushes for? What's going on? She's like, I need to talk to you. She's now, Sue is drunk because she kind of was pissed off when I walked outside, but we've been having a good time, so I'm with her, so she's happy. Clary is drunk, pissy drunk. I could tell when she left me, all she did was go somewhere and drink. She's upset, she's crying. I said, Sue, baby. I said, Bart, do me a favor, take her inside to the crib. Here's my key. Let me handle this. Bart's like, I got you, bro. And even Bart was like, man, you handle this shit like a champ. So, like I said, I don't fold under pressure, y'all. A lot of y'all would fold. I just don't fold. I never have, never will. So I'm talking to Clary, and she's super upset. She's like, I love you. Da-da-da. I don't, who's this girl? I want to be with you. Da-da-da. All this female stuff. All right? Well, I walk Clary to the highway. Now it's 3 in the morning, so it's not crazy outside. I'm trying to flag down a motor. I'm like, Clary, I'll see you in the morning. I'll be at the crib in the morning. I'll scoop you up. We'll talk. But she's not trying to leave. She's like, listen, I can't believe this. I care about you, blah, blah, blah. As I turn my back to make sure Sue's not walking up to the highway, because I had a feeling she was, but she wasn't, Clary lays down in the street. Now, I said she's drunk and emotional. And Clary says, I'm going to kill myself. And I go, wait, what? So I pick her up. I guess I was bigger then. I just pick her up and, what are you doing? She's like, I can't believe you did this to me. I go, listen, calm down, calm down. It's okay. Get her on a moto, tell the moto exactly where to go. Tell Flacco, get outside, text me when she's in the crib. Boom. She back at the crib. Flacco text me, I locked the door, she ain't getting out. Boom, cool. I'm back upstairs. Well, Sue's obviously mad, but it's 3 in the morning. We're not trying to really fight. Sue's just like, I'm kind of tired of this, man. She's like, I'm going to stay here with you, but I'm kind of getting annoyed because every time I turn around, there's a different chick. And she was right, you know. For you guys that don't know the story, that was my ex-fiance. I put her through a lot, you know what I'm saying? But that's another story. So I wake up. Sue's smiling, happy. She's about to go to work, but she wants to have sex. So we have sex, and she's just like extra happy. And I'm saying, in my mind, I kind of peeped it. Like, why is she so happy? But it is what it is. I had a good time. She had a good time. She's about to go to work. So she goes, I charged your phone for you because I was on the phone last night with Clary. I said, what? She said, yeah, I told you, you're mine. She said, you know what? From this point forward, you're my boyfriend. Tell all these, she said, you got 2 days to tell all these girls you're mine. And that's it. She said, otherwise it's going to be a problem. And I'm like I've never been talked to like that in my life. But it is what it is. She claimed me. She said, I told Clary last night, I don't know what you upset, you over there crying over. I don't know what you guys got on. But he's in the bed with me. And he's going to be in the bed with me every night. So you might as well move on. She told me. She said, I got it. She said, Clary kept calling. She kept telling her, you keep calling. He's asleep. And I'm here and you're not. I applauded her for that. I was like, that's some G shit. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'll get to the end of the story now, but I know you like the story. I know by now you've hit the like button, right? Let's try to finish it up in the next 4 to 5 minutes. So obviously I go see Clary, make things straight with her as much as I can. Definitely broke her heart. I know I did, but I continue to hang out with her here and there. I would actually go see her. She lived about 8 hours away, San Juan de la Magua, really outside of it. Las Marchas de Farfan would hang out with her over there, her family, her moms and everything. And she actually did I went to the prison to visit a friend of mine, La Victoria. She actually came with me over there. I would come see her. I wouldn't let her come to Sosua no more see me. And she kind of knew. She's like, you with that girl? I said, yeah, but I'm still going to see you when I can, right? Well, we hung out maybe another 6, 7 months. When I would go out there, I drive out there, stay there for like 3 days, 4 days. We'd hang out. Then I came back. I think she came to Sosua one more time to see me, and that was it. Meantime, in between time, now that I'm telling the story and I think about it, she actually pushed me more towards my ex-fiance with the I guess I call it a minor betrayal. Excuse me, because it's my fault for not remembering too, right? The minor betrayal of not telling me she was with my man. I'm going to say it again. A lot of y'all going to say, Greg, what you mean by that? I feel a way. I tell you guys all the time, if you got a chick, I don't want her. And if I have a chick, you probably shouldn't want her either. If you think about all the nasty shit I'll be doing. But she probably pushed me more towards her. Now, on a side note, if you guys ever hear me tell the story about the Kool-Aid pitcher, I'll leave the Kool-Aid pitcher story for another time. But in their campo, they had an outhouse and they had this Kool-Aid pitcher, and I had to wash up with a Kool-Aid pitcher, and it was dope as fuck. But anyway, sleep under mosquito nets too. That's the campo. But yeah, we saw each other for a period of time. I kind of cut it because me and Sue were getting super close, as I said, to the point where she became my fiance. But the Clary Experiment, the reason I call it the experiment, because had Clary, I can't say had she not lied, had it would have been better, right? I can't say that, because had she told me the truth, I might not have rocked with her. But it was an experiment because she possibly could have been in Sue's position and us being together for a period of time. You dig what I'm saying? But because of the situation, she pushed me more towards Sue, and me and Sue ended up together for years. So that's my story. And as I said, stay tuned for the next story, Sosua Stories, involving Thug Passion, who played a big part in this story as well. So appreciate you guys. I know the story went on kind of long, but I can't leave the good parts out. You guys stay tuned for more. Mr. Flip Flop, and I'm out.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.